AI tools for SEO, platforms to watch in 2025. SEO in 2025. What changed and what didn't? SEO didn't die, it got compressed. Google's AI overviews, ChatGPT, and Perplexity increasingly answer questions before a buyer ever reaches your site. But organic search still powers discovery for B2B categories where research, comparison, and risk reduction matter. The fundamentals are still the fundamentals. Organic search drives roughly 53% of all website traffic, and B2B companies generate about 2x more revenue from organic search than other channels. That's why 57% of B2B marketers still say SEO produces more leads than any other initiative, when it's executed with intent and tied to conversion paths. What changed is the click environment. As of August 2025, AI overviews reportedly appear on 50% plus of queries, and studies suggest they can reduce clicks to top results by roughly 30 to 35%. If you keep optimizing only for blue links, you can rank well and still lose pipeline to zero-click behavior and answer engines. Why AI SEO matters to pipeline, not just rankings. In B2B, AI SEO is less about publishing more and more, about aligning what you publish with how buyers self-educate. Keyword rankings, top landing pages, and AI overview citations are a live log of what your ICP is trying to solve right now. So we treat that data as an intent feed that can sharpen positioning across marketing and outbound. Adoption has already hit the mainstream. One roundup found 86% of SEO professionals use AI tools, and 65% of businesses report better SEO results after adopting them. The bar is no longer, are you using AI? It's, are you using it to ship better pages that create opportunities, and are sales teams acting on the insights? This is where the sales motion comes in. When your SDR team sees the exact phrases prospects search, competitor comparisons, how to choose queries, implementation fears, cold email and cold calling services stop sounding generic. That's also why our approach at SalesHive is to align SEO insights with outbound execution. So an outsourced sales team or SDR agency isn't guessing at messaging that your market has already validated in search. The AI SEO tool categories that actually matter. Most AI SEO platforms fall into a few practical jobs: research and monitoring, what's happening in the market; content optimization, how to win the SERP and the buyer; technical automation, fix the plumbing; and geo/answer engine visibility, show up in summaries, not just rankings. The mistake we see is buying 5 overlapping tools and mastering none, especially when there's no single owner accountable for outcomes. A lean stack works best. Pick one best-of-breed suite for research and tracking, often SEMrush or Ahrefs, plus one content optimizer like Surfer, ClearScope, or MarketMuse, then layer in geo capabilities once workflows are stable. This one tool per job approach keeps your team focused on execution and prevents dashboards from becoming a graveyard no SDRs or AEs ever look at. If you're deciding what to buy first, start where revenue feels the impact fastest: bottom of funnel pages. AI tools can help you create 500 more visitors, but it's worthless if your solution, pricing, and use case pages don't convert. So the stack should serve conversions and opportunities, not vanity traffic. How to implement AI SEO without overwhelming your team. Implementation fails when teams treat AI as a content vending machine instead of a workflow upgrade. We recommend a simple 90-day pilot. Choose 5 to 10 sales-critical pages, solutions, industry use cases, pricing, and competitor comparisons. Optimize them with one content tool and track changes in rankings, demo requests, and opportunities sourced from those URLs. Next, build a recurring SEO, SDR insights loop. Marketing should send a short weekly brief, not a dashboard login, covering new high-intent queries, pages gaining traction, and any AI overview/answer engine citations worth responding to in messaging. When the SDR agency or outbound sales agency can test those insights in sequences that same week, your learning cycle tightens dramatically. Finally, instrument attribution so sales leadership trusts the channel. Tag AI-optimized pages in analytics, mirror those assets in CRM campaigns, and review pipeline influenced by those URLs in QBRs. When AI SEO shows up next to revenue outcomes rather than impressions, budget discussions get much easier. Treat AI SEO like a shared revenue system. Marketing captures intent, sales converts it, and both teams continuously tune messaging based on what buyers are searching for right now. Best practices for AI-assisted content that buyers trust. The quality bar is rising, not falling. AI helps you move faster, but unedited drafts tend to sound generic and repetitive, exactly what B2B buyers distrust and what search quality systems are designed to downrank. Use AI for research, outlines, and first drafts, then have SMEs and sales leaders add product nuance, proof, and the what actually happens in the real world details. The fastest way to improve relevance is to feed tools real customer voice. Pull phrases from call transcripts, chat logs, and win-loss notes and use them to shape headings, FAQs, meta copy, and examples so the page reads like your market, not like the internet. When your content matches how prospects talk, SDRs can lift those same lines into outreach without it feeling forced. This also reduces friction between SEO and outbound. A cold email agency can reference a specific how to choose guide, and a cold calling agency can use the same pains and language in openers and objection handling. That consistency is what turns content into a sales asset instead of a blog archive. Common pitfalls that quietly kill AI SEO results. One silent killer is chasing vanity keywords that never touch the sales process. Broad topics might inflate traffic, but they rarely create SQLs in complex buying cycles, especially when AI overviews absorb the click. Prioritize problem-led, use case, comparison, and how to evaluate queries. Then make sure each page has a clear next step aligned to your funnel. Another mistake is ignoring AI overviews and answer engines. Zero-click behavior is already significant, often cited around 58 to 60% in the US and EU, and overviews can pull attention away even when you rank well. Start tracking which of your pages get cited, add structured elements like concise definitions, scannable FAQs, and schema where appropriate, and update pages the way you used to chase featured snippets. The third pitfall is tool sprawl with no owner. Buying overlapping platforms without a clear operator leads to shallow usage and siloed dashboards that never reach revenue teams. Consolidate to a lean stack, assign accountability, and define one cross-functional ritual, weekly insights plus monthly content backlog, so marketing, RevOps, and your B2B sales agency partners execute from the same playbook. How to measure AI SEO like a revenue leader. If reporting stops at rankings, sales won't care, and they shouldn't. The KPI hierarchy we like is conversion rate and opportunities sourced first, then qualified lead volume, then traffic and visibility. That approach forces the right sequence. Optimize bottom-of-funnel pages for clarity and trust before scaling top-of-funnel content production. Practically, set a baseline before you touch anything. Current traffic, conversions, assisted conversions, and opportunity creation tied to each targeted URL. Then measure deltas after optimization and report in the language leadership understands: opportunities, pipeline, and revenue, alongside operational wins like time saved on research and brief creation. This is also where AI adoption stats become meaningful. If 63% of sites see improved rankings within 3 months, your question becomes whether that translated into more booked meetings and closed won. At SalesHive, we're biased toward measurement that connects marketing signals to outbound execution. When our SDRs pull intent and language from your top pages and pair it with disciplined calling and email, it becomes easier to see how SEO assists pipeline, even in a world where some discovery happens without clicks. What to watch next? Geo, answer engines, and integrated outbound. In 2025, the strategic shift is from rankings only to visibility everywhere buyers learn. Generative engine optimization, GEO, matters because buyers now build early opinions inside summaries, not just search results, and categories with heavy comparison behavior will feel this first. Even if you don't buy a dedicated GEO platform today, you should at least run monthly checks for your core queries across Google's AI overviews and leading answer engines to see who's getting cited and why. The winners will be teams that coordinate content, CRO, and outbound. The moment a prospect reads a competitor comparison or an implementation guide, your outbound sales agency and sales development agency motion should reinforce that narrative with consistent language and proof. That's where SEO plus sales outsourcing stops being two separate initiatives and becomes one system. Shared themes, shared objections, shared assets. If you want a simple next step, keep it tight. Pick 2 tools, pilot on sales-critical pages, and stand up the weekly SEO SDR loop. Whether you're building internally or partnering with an outsourced sales team, the goal is the same. Turn AI-assisted search visibility into real conversations, and then into pipeline your team can forecast. That's the operating model behind our work at SalesHive, built from 100,000 plus meetings booked across 1,500 plus B2B clients.